Chris, as you can see, Chris Hurst is live for us this evening in Venice. Chris, you have been out and about. What do you have for us right now?
Well, right now, Courtney and Dave, we definitely have Gulf waters that are coming up over roadways and more into downtown coastal areas. We were over by Nokomis Park as we watched the water start to go over the beaches, into parking lots, over dunes. We're here right now on Tamiami Trail in Venice, right next to Nepino Trail, where water from Roberts Bay has now pushed onto the roadway. There you can see cars. You know, we tell it to you all the time. Turn around, don't drown, don't try and do it. You might not hurt yourself, but you could easily destroy your car. And yet people, when confronted with the reality of water-covered roadways, are deciding to just go ahead and try and see if they can make it through. Now, one thing that we need to stress is that while we've been out here for about 15, 20 minutes and have actually had to move back as the water has come up underneath our feet and underneath our car, we are seeing some sparking that's happening back behind us. Don't know if that's a transformer, don't know if that's a line itself, but we are starting to enter the time, folks, when the water is going to be touching you, your car, your things, your home. And all of this wind and rain is going to start to mean that some of our electrical wires, you know, power stations, substations could be in danger too. And that means that you really cannot chance going out and trying to stick your feet or going out and walking to any of this water because you don't know if it's going to be electrically charged. So here we are on Tamiami Trail. I'd say just in the last 20 minutes, the water level has risen just another 3, 4, 5, 6 inches to the point now where it is really starting to cover now both sides of the roadway, not just the side that's heading out here on US 41 out to Venice, but here right in the Venice Inlet. We know that there's a Thai food restaurant here, probably just about 200 feet away from me. A dive shop, the Venice Dive Shop, is about 100 yards away from me here. Those now are taking on water. And just as a point of reference, if you know this area, we were on Nokomis Beach at the park there. The road to get there is covered in water now. And the bridge right there on the Intracoastal Waterway, the water is getting dangerously close now to the bottom of that bridge. The Pelican Alley restaurant, you might know, it's underwater right now. And I will tell you, the Intracoastal Waterway, the water that was moving from the Gulf into that waterway, which feeds here into the Venice Inlet and other small bays, it was moving incredibly fast, way more than what you normally see from our tides. This water is being pushed by all of that wind, which is now starting to change direction and coming more from the east and the west. We had gusts here in southern Sarasota County, Courtney and Dave, up to 79 miles an hour earlier tonight.
Well, you can certainly understand those conditions there, what people are dealing with. Chris, do you know whether these people took proactive measures? Did they sandbag, or is the water just, well, the sandbag's no match for the water there?
Well, Tim, I don't know if you can pan over to your left and show. Dave, Courtney, there's a house right here on the corner of Nepino Trail and the Tamiami Trail. Okay. And a guy lifted up his window and he shouted at us, and we thought that he needed help, and we were able to actually communicate by shouting. And he said, no, don't call 911, but there is flooding in the house. I told him that the water could come up several more feet. He said he's okay, but Dave and Courtney, that the water is in his home. And so if you look on the evacuation zone, particularly for this part, Nokomis, Venice, it's lining up exactly with what we thought, that those who are in Zone A definitely are dealing with water coming at least into their street right now, if not into their home.
Well, it'd be good to get his number at least to make sure if we need to alert someone, or if you need to alert someone, make sure this guy gets the help he needs and stays safe. I know you're not going to be in that particular location all night. Chris, additionally, we should mention here the danger of the lithium-ion batteries and electric cars coming into contact with salt water, not just electric cars, but bikes as well, and the danger that has of sparking a fire.
Well, and you knew that quite well, Dave, and we really saw that firsthand during Idalia last year when this issue, if you didn't know about it before, you certainly know about it now, and you don't have to have the newest, fanciest electric vehicle for this to be an issue. You know, a lot of ATVs, golf carts. A lot of times people put power tools that are electrically charged that have those lithium-ion batteries, and they don't properly store away and secure those during hurricanes. Lithium-ion batteries and the salt water, they don't mix. A chemical reaction goes on. Fires are very easily started, and we are no stranger to that in this part of Florida during a hurricane season. But if you're thinking that maybe the water is going to spare your garage, well, right now I can tell you, it looks a heck of a lot like Debbie and Adalia and Ian and Irma out here right now, where Zone A floodwaters definitely are coming into people's homes.
Chris, how deep is that water where you are right now behind you?
I don't know, and I'm not really going to be brave enough to try and guess.
Don't be brave.
But just looking, but just looking sort of in general relation, I'd say it's definitely at least 18 inches, 2 feet if we were to walk out here into the middle of what is partially a drainage ditch and partially a back alley here right off of the Tamiami Trail.
Yeah, definitely don't go in there. We don't know what else is in there. Not only the power lines that you've been talking about as well. We saw that happening in Tampa with the transformers blowing there. Chris, please be safe, and we'll, of course, check in with you in a little bit as well so you can show us what's happening in Sarasota.